Today's build video is supported by MSI, and this is the last of our 3-tiered builds, the budget class PC. So let's test out the MSI GTX 1660 Super Gaming X and see how it performs in games. Now, as always, if you are interested, I'll leave all of the links to the specs in the description below. Before we begin, here is a quick word from our buddies over at Bob Keys. We're always building computers and we need to save money where possible. When it comes to Windows, we're able to save hundreds of dollars because of sites like our good friends over at bobkeys.com, who are today's video sponsor. Bob Keys sell Microsoft keys, Steam keys, Origin keys, Xbox and PSN keys, probably even house keys. If we jump over to Windows 10 Pro, you can see there's only $18 US instead of over 100. Bob Keys want to hook our audience up with a 25% discount code, which now brings the total down to $13.56. This code will not last forever, so if you want to get rid of that watermark in the bottom right hand corner of your PC screen and utilize all of Windows features, then why not take advantage of this? After entering the coupon code IFR25, you can submit your order and pay. In the user center under purchased orders, you will find the string key. Simply start typing activate in the Windows search bar and paste your new key to activate. It's that simple. Now guys, if you are interested, it is code IFR25 for 25% off, or you can use the links in the description to find out more information. For today's testing, MSI sent over their MSI Optix MAG274R gaming monitor. This monitor is a 27-inch IPS panel with 1 millisecond response time, 144 Hz. This is the perfect monitor to test our mainstream and our budget system. And of course, it also has RGB. Now, I'll leave a link in the description if you guys are interested in this monitor. Now, as always, we've let this system run 30 minutes prior to testing to allow the whole loop and everything inside to heat up. Ambient temperature is 18 degrees Celsius and the CPU is idling at 20 degrees Celsius and the GPU at 30 degrees. Under full load, we saw the CPU max out at 46 to 51 degrees, which varied across all the cores, and the GPU at around 57 degrees Celsius. Power draw for the CPU at full load was 65 watts, and for the GPU, we saw around 124 watts. Our first test is Cinebench R15, where we stressed the multiple cores to render out an image. The CPU scored 1,340, which was the average of multiple runs. We loaded up Cinebench R20 next to stress multi-core performance. The 10500 scored 3,272 points, putting it 316 points behind our 10600KF processor in our mainstream PC last week. We decided to get some gameplay for you guys this time to show how the PC performs at max settings 1440p. One thing we did notice, however, is when we did record with OBS, our frames did tend to drop about 10%, but it still reached that 60 FPS threshold, which gamers are after. Now that goes to show that you can stream and game at the same time with a budget system such as this right here. Call of Duty was our first game and FPS varied per map. However, we tried to take the average of all FPS observed. At 1080p, we saw 116 FPS, while at 1440p, we saw 85 FPS with our OBS running in the background. Metro Last Light seems to be extremely well optimized for NVIDIA GPUs. We loaded it up observing the surrounding scenery and missing our shots. We achieved 220 FPS in 1080p and 139 FPS in 1440p. Shadow of the Tomb Raider is a great way for us to directly compare performance against our other PCs because it has an in-game benchmark which tests the exact same scenes. 1080p we achieved 94 FPS, while at 1440p we achieved 63 FPS. In total, this build cost 1,953 Australian dollars, which in turn is 1,400 US dollars. However, we did some research into the US prices and did a parts total from newegg.com. The price of this build actually came out to be $1,100, meaning that parts in Australia seem to be a little bit inflated. Perhaps that's because of conversion rates and taxes. All up for 1,100 US dollars, this is quite a good 1440p machine. And I'm sure that we can expect this spec sheet to become even cheaper over the coming weeks due to the launch of the new 3000 series NVIDIA GPUs. If you are on a budget, now is a great time to sweep up some of those last gen GPU deals and get yourself a sweet MSI gaming rig such as this one. Anyway guys, that about does it for me. If you enjoyed this video, consider liking and consider subscribing. I'll leave all of the parts in the description below if you would like to go check those out. I had quite a lot of fun building this MSI gaming rig. In fact, all three of the rigs were really fun to benchmark and compare against each other. Anyway guys, if you'd like to help support the channel, Patreon links and YouTube channel membership links are in the description. Once again, a big thank you to MSI for supporting these three builds. Had a lot of fun building them, and I hope you all enjoyed as well. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you all in the next one.